So a recent court case between Kobe Bryant's widow, Vanessa Bryant, and her mom hit the entertainment news headlines and led us to ask, are adult children obligated to their parents? And if you don't know that story, the story was that apparently Kobe, this is what the mom is saying, that Kobe told her that he would look after her for the rest of his life. Kobe's gone, unfortunately, and now his wife is saying, no, don't go so. So we invited attorney at law, Sherry Ann McGregor, to talk this through with us. Good morning, Sherry Ann. Welcome to Smile Jamaica.
Good morning, Neville. Thanks for having me, and good morning to your viewers.
Yeah, man, it is our pleasure. So anything goes up? Legally, anything goes up? Because, you know, I call my kids right away and say, wagwan.
To out order.
No, but legally, anything is like that?
Yes, there is actually law that allows parents to look to their adult children to provide maintenance for them. But unfortunately, Neville, you are unlikely to qualify at this stage unless you can prove that you have needs by reason of age, mental or physical ailment, or some other infirmity that prevents you from providing for yourself. And therefore, you can look to your children. And of course, it doesn't just end there, because there are considerations as to whether your children are, in fact, going to have to carry out this obligation.
So this is not only for parents, but you say grandparents can also be entitled to make claims?
Yes, actually they can. But of course, you have to get over the hurdle of whether the grandparents' children are first obligated and have the means to provide for their parents before you get to resting that obligation on the grandchildren.
Okay, so let me get this right, Sherry Ann. So first, as a father, I have to prove that I can't work for whatever reason and I need help and all kinds of things. And then I have to prove that my kids are in a position to help me, right?
Right. Yes, because they have their own obligations too. So for example, if your kids have kids of their own, then the needs of those children would necessarily come first, because parents are primarily obligated to maintain their children while those children are minors.
So look here, Sharon, we teach people all the time to start, putting down your pension because your children are not your pension. This argument kind of sounds to me like sometimes your children are your pension.
To an extent, Simone, because of course, the court is going to look to see whether you do have needs that you can't take care of yourself. So during our lifetime, all of us, we take care of our children, and we get to a place where we say, okay, as my grandmother used to say, you take them past the worst. And so are you now able to set aside your own pennies to ensure that you're able to take care of yourself during your old age? But things happen, right? One bout of illness can wipe out all your retirement savings. And then what? You look to your spouse, yes, if your spouse is around. And if your spouse is not around or can't provide, then the law says you can look to your adult children.
So the factors they say that are included in consideration or for consideration, the assets, means, and obligations of the parents and the children. I find this one interesting, the quality of the relationship between the parents and the children.
Of course.
So if they don't get along, there are caveats, there are loopholes?
There are loopholes, and it's something that I learned later in life. When you grow up in what you didn't realize was a nice little bubble where your parents provided for you and you had a nice little nuclear setup, you don't realize how many people have really bad relationships with their parents while they are children. The parents aren't providing for them. They never really look after them. And so when the tables are turned and the parents are looking to those children for support, the quality of that relationship becomes important.
But they'd still be obligated regardless.
Well, well, the court will say you can come through the door. But once you're inside the courtroom now and the judge is looking at all the factors, those are important considerations for you to determine how much and for how long.
Yeah. Do you know of any case that a parent or grandparents actually took their kids to court and won?
Well, Neville, that's the thing now. I work in a law firm, right? And most of these cases, you will find that they will take place in the family court or the resident magistrate's court.
Okay.
And if you ever have the chance to hear what an application in the family court for maintenance sounds like, sometimes it shakes you to your core.
Give me an
Wow.
idea.
That many of these people are asking you for $5,000 a week or less. Now, if that's what you're asking for maintenance, chances are you can't afford to pay for the services of an attorney to go to court.
Right.
So most of these cases are proceeding without the parties having legal representation.
Wow.
And family court hearings are private. So you're not going to have the public sitting around and hearing what's going on. I had the chance to sit in court when a colleague, I think it was from the legal aid clinic, was representing a father who was claiming support from his adult daughter. And that's been my only experience. He did succeed, but there were so many issues concerning the quality of that relationship. You know?
Sounds
Did
like
he really help her to advance her career? Did he help her to go through school? Because if you neglected your child, then chances are, even though the court says the legislation says there's an obligation, the judge has the discretion to determine whether you will be saddled with the responsibility or not.
because I see the factors including any contribution made by the parent or grandparent to the realization of the child or grandchild's career potential. So I hear what you're saying there. Does this usually go the route of legal wranglings, Sherry-Ann, or is mediation really key to this?
Well, that's what I'm saying, Simone. You hardly ever hear about applications like these because one of the things you realize, if it's a parent who has a mental health issue, then that person is not a proper party to commence legal action. So who is going to start the claim for them?
Yeah.
And the people will need assistance and support to get to court in the first place.
Okay.
And you asked an important question, Simone. Does this require mediation? In my view, the majority, if not all family matters, should go to mediation as a first step.
Okay. Boy, thank you so much. By the way, like how my mother used to beat me. I mean, she's not around anymore. I can't sue her for anything and get money from her or anything like that.
Sherry-Ann, thanks for being with us this morning.
I'm just thinking Simone might have deserved it.
Okay.
You cannot say, Sherry-Ann, you cannot say that on television.
She's a very insightful classmate, you know, from ICHS.
Oh, is it classmate?
Yes,
No,
man,
I know
she's
why
a
she said
bright
that.
girl.
Thank you so
bright.
much for speaking with us this morning. Stay safe, you and your family. God bless you, all right?
Thanks, Sherry-Ann. Good catching up. Attorney at law,
Sherry-Ann
Sherry-Ann.
said I
McGregor.
deserve the bad treatment.
So how you would sue Mabel now? You know she can hear everything you're saying.
Sue the estate.
You come tomorrow, your face swells, so one box tonight. One.
And I don't know if she
Sure.
would have did it. All right, still ahead, we link up with
I can actually hear her scolding
the
you,
new
right?
Two Live crew. But first, it's the second edition
Oh, gosh.
of News in 5.
He's a wicked.